Gambia. Week 6 is about the policy and economic reform regarding Africa and the countries. So, as far as the Gambia goes regarding economics, it's really struggled a lot, like the rest of Africa, but I feel in a different way. The Gambia doesn't have a lot of natural resources like other countries do, such as oil or copper or any other form of metal that can be mined. Um, because the Gambia is so small and it's basically surrounding a river, it's not really the natural resources there that are useful. The geography, thus, of being around a river makes the economy very largely based on agriculture because of the floodplains that the river creates in the rainy season. But that also makes the economy very variable depending on the weather and makes it hard to sustain a very full and large economy. So the colonialists made the Gambia focus on peanut production, which is their largest export, but they also sustain a lot of their own living using rice as a very main source of food. And so it's not a very diverse economy, but they've been trying to diversify and expand into tourism because of the lake and the views of the ocean, the beaches on the Gambia. So that economic, I guess, not economic, but economic zone, I guess, is becoming a lot stronger in the Gambia, and they're really trying to work towards implementing policies that encourage tourism and the Gambians to work in service. So while oil drilling goals, the Gambia tried it outside of its own small section of the Atlantic Ocean, but it went to external countries, and again, that's not a very I don't think that's a very good policy way to go about things because turning to the external country is not going to benefit Gambia in the long run for really getting that oil, making it profitable on its own respect. Um, Furthermore, corruption and its effect on economic policy and just taking away money from the Gambian people has played a large role. Having Jamea steal 11 million from the treasury when he leaves, or just how much ever money he pocketed while he was in administration, it's really taken a toll on the economic struggles in the Gambia, and thus is very making growing the economy difficult because of that. Um, the Gambian economy, like the largest portion of it, is it relies heavily on aid. It's really hard to build up an economy just built on aid because it'll never be able to sustain itself, but it relies so much on aid. And so they need to implement policy that really works towards generating jobs for the Gambians and policy that works while using aid helps lower the aid across a longer period of time so that eventually the Gambia can stay on its own feet. Because I think it's a lot of like a lot of African nations in the sense that it relies heavily on aid, but I think the lack of natural resources and the lack of like exportation by to a large extent by the Gambia makes growing the economy a lot harder for it. Thank you.